What's up, everybody? It's your boy Flash from ALWT Gaming. I'm here alongside with the Aces of Bleeding. The Bleeding of Aces. The Trev Almighty. The Maximum Prime. Bleeding Aces. How are you doing today, Trevin?
I'm good.
Good. That's what's up. Yeah, we have a few things to talk about, gaming related wise, and we're going to be covering stuff as so far as like the Ubisoft event that happened yesterday. If you guys saw that live, we kind of did our reaction video to that. It was actually a pretty lengthy one, and if you guys did watch it live, I apologize in advance because it actually during the parts of the actual episode, it was actually our volume wasn't loud at all, so there might be some content that we were saying that you guys just could not hear. So apologize in advance about that, but for the post show, you guys should still be able to hear our contents, our comments, and everything like that. We're going to briefly talk about that today. We're also going to talk about PlayStation Plus games, Hyperscape beta that's available, and how you guys can actually do that, as well as games that we're playing and stuff that's coming out. So, starting it all off, Ubisoft event. All right, there's 6 games that they showed, but one of them was actually just a thank you. All right, so the first one was Watch Dogs Legion. That's what they started off with. Then it was yesterday I was calling it Squad Elite. It's actually Elite Squad, which makes a lot more sense. So yeah, so it's Elite Squad, and then it was followed by Rainbow Six Siege, and then
just a thank you.
Yeah, that was the thank you. Then they showed off Hyperscape, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and then they ended it with Far Cry. So, Watch Dogs Legion. Just a real quick cap on that. It kind of showed a little bit more immersive play. Showed a kind of a cinematic trailer at the very beginning. It was a pretty lengthy one, and it looked really good to me, and it threw me off too. Like you're expecting it to be this really athletic guy that's inside this mask and everything like that, but kind of keeping the whole parkour aspect of Watch Dogs, which is definitely nice and everything like that. But then you hear her talk inside the taxi, and it turns out to be a woman, which was definitely really cool. Like it's just one of those things where it's like looks can be deceiving. So I thought it was really cool to kind of see that. So what were your thoughts about Watch Dogs Legion, real quick? There, Aces.
Didn't have much to say. Like I said before, it's pretty good. It looked all right. I've never really delved into the Watch Dogs games, so I may go back and start giving those a playthrough to see if I like them or not, to get me ready for Legion.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all right from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, and I am one to actually play both of the Watch Dogs, the first one and the second one. I can see why some people did not like the first one, but at the same time, it wasn't enough to make me be like, this is a terrible game. Definitely was nothing along the lines like that. Second one had a lot more gameplay-wise, was a lot better than the first one, a lot better. Story-wise, I was not as drawn into it as I was in the first one. First one, the story was a lot better to me. Second one, I feel like there's a lot of tech talk, which, I mean, again, for a game like Watch Dogs, you're kind of expecting some tech talk because, again, they are hackers by all means, but I feel like it was just a little over the top to where you're just like, okay, what exactly is going on? What exactly are they talking about? Like,
yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, they do probably need to. If they're gonna have that much tech talk, they do probably need to explain some of it instead of just leaving everybody out in the dust.
Yeah, and I'm one. Anyone that knows me for gaming and stuff like that, I'm one that loves story and connectivity and plot and all that good stuff. And if you lose me, that's a problem. That's a problem. I didn't feel as immersed inside the series. I mean, I understood what was going on eventually, but I just wasn't. I wasn't impressed by the story of the second one.
Did you ever?
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I was about to say I am intrigued to see what the third one's going to be about, and I just need a little bit more explanation because even though they do talk about again you're in London or whatever the case is, and you're trying to like overthrow this power and all that good stuff and trying to recruit random people, I still don't know what the end game plot is. I still don't know who the main protagonists and antagonists are. You know what I mean? So I think we got a little glimpse of that at Ubisoft's event yesterday, but it still wasn't enough to be like, okay, this is what's going on. It still feels like a whole bunch of random stuff.
From what I heard from the Watch Dogs too, what you're telling me is reminds me of a oh god, this is gonna go back because this is probably one of Angelina Jolie's first movies.
Okay.
You ever heard of the movie Hackers?
No, actually, I actually haven't seen that one. I've heard of it, haven't seen it.
It's a real old movie where it's about a group of hackers that have to hack into the government and stuff to stop something, and they use the same thing with like a bunch of tech talk and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do that, sometimes you just leave people in the dust, and you kind of forget that not everybody's aware of what every term means.
Exactly, yeah.
Hopefully the third game kind of, I hate to use the word, but simplifies some of it. It makes it more readily available. I did like the switching of characters. Like each character has their own strengths and weaknesses.
Right, yeah.
But it just depends on how many characters they go with, and is it going to oversaturate or have too many, or are you going to be able to customize them? I think more the main thing.
Yeah, you can still customize for sure. And in case you guys are curious, because I'm over here fixing my little Rep Sports Broken Arrow drink, Spike Punch. And of course I got to do it. It's Raise Energy. That's what it's gonna be for them. Rep Sports is who makes Raise Energy. If you guys are trying to get Rep Sports drinks and all that good stuff, make sure you guys are using the ALWT Gaming code at checkout. Online only. Online. So if you go inside GNC to go ahead and get it, can't do that. Not with our code. So ALWT Gaming, you guys get 15% off. And yeah, go ahead and get yourself some spiked drink workout material or some energy drinks, all that good stuff. But anyway, yeah. I was about to say, they did talk about customization. They did talk about customization as far as like how they look. And you can get them in different clothes and stuff like that. You can even have your own particular niche of people that you're hanging out with and everything like that. I just want to know, can I customize my person? And who is my person going to be? Is it going to be these random NPCs that I temporarily can take control over? Or is there going to be an actual person that I create that's going to meet these NPCs that I can still control later on? Because obviously you can control them later on. But it's just like, how much of me am I controlling, or am I just controlling the world like the Sims type scenario? So, very, very interested to see what they're going to have with that. But yeah, I do agree. I want to see a little bit more. I want to see a little bit more. I want to see more explanation on that. Aces, what is your thoughts about Elite Squad? Now, keep in mind, I actually got more insight about that, which I'll capitalize on a little bit here. And just give you guys a heads up, we're only going to touch base on these Ubisoft events that happened yesterday, very, very briefly, because we did a deep dive yesterday. So if you guys are curious of more of our thoughts, definitely make sure you guys are checking out our video from yesterday on YouTube, Instagram, all that good. Well, YouTube and Twitch. And you guys will also see my thoughts. You can see Bleeding Ace's thoughts, but you'll also see our special guest speaker, Lydell. He did a live reaction with us as well, so you'll be able to see his thoughts as well. So go ahead. What was your thoughts about Elite Squad?
I believe that was the Fortnite one, kind of, right?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I didn't have much to say on that one. They have to show me a lot to impress me on that one, because I want to see where it differs in the Battle Royale market.
Heard that. And I'm not even sure if it's Battle Royale, though. That's the thing. Like, when I looked at it, it looked like it was kind of like an all-stars thing, because there's a few characters which I did not really realize where they were from. Now, but then they did show Splinter Cell. That actually was Splinter Cell. It wasn't just a character that looked like Splinter Cell. That was Splinter Cell. So I'm kind of curious about that. And then that person where I was just like, that looks like El Sueño from Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon, that was El Sueño. So that's a whole different game than it was on Splinter Cell and stuff like that. So yeah, they brought in a lot. It was like a Ubisoft All Stars is what that was pretty much. We just didn't see. Go ahead.
Sort of like the PlayStation All Stars.
Exactly. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like it was an All Stars type game, but we didn't have any gameplay, so we can't really reference it. But yes, that's exactly what it was. They did take several different Ubisoft characters from various different games and make Elite Squad, which I have no idea what that's really about. So we'll see if it's Battle Royale setup. We'll see if it's just going to be more of an adventure type game to where you kind of bring out all these different heroes together. Like if you think about the Avengers Omega, I think, or Marvel's Omega, whatever it was that was on PlayStation 4, that was like a free game, and they ended up stopping that. Whatever that was, I think it was Marvel's Omega. I think that's what it was called. But yeah, but whatever that was, I feel like it might be another scenario like that. But we'll have to see, because right now I was really confused. I was like really concerned by that. I was like, all right, that looks like El Sueño. It is Ubisoft, so it's going to be their own tattoo designs. But the more I looked into it, it really was El Sueño from Ghost Recon Wildlands. So very curious, very curious. Hyperscape. So actually, we're going to talk a little bit more about that a little bit later. But that is the one that was straight up battle royale. But I think that one was more like teams of 3. So pretty much like how the former Call of Duty was. But it's very
Apex.
Apex. Well, yeah, Apex. Yeah, it's very, very futuristic. So what were your thoughts about the Hyperscape that they showed as far as the extensive trailer and the new trailer? Because they showed a new trailer yesterday too as well.
I still don't know. My big thing is it's so many battle royales out now. It's everybody's just slapping one in, throwing one out. Like I said, I've seen Shadow Arena has one. We have Spell. What was the Spell? What's the one?
Spellbreak.
He was playing Spellbreak. Couldn't think of the last name.
Yep.
Spellbreak. It's so many of them coming out.
Yep.
I want to see how, like I said, how it differs itself. And really, you have to wait for gameplay for that.
Well, actually, you don't have to wait long because, I was going to talk about this later, but we're going to talk about it now. So, on GameSpot, you're able to actually. They put an article out there that was actually about a couple hours ago that Hyperscape's beta is now open for PC players. Currently, right now, I actually just downloaded it. It's on my PC. I'm ready to go. I just gotta go through the intro. So, if you are trying to get inside that Hyperscape beta. The Hyperscape beta is now available to all players on PC. You can download it and jump into the beta right now for free from Ubisoft's Uplay store or Uplay client. You can register and then download it immediately to begin playing. The minimum system requirements are fairly modest, and you need only 20 gigabytes of hard drive space to install it. You can check it out, both the required and recommended specs below. So that's, of course, on GameSpot's page. If you guys are interested in squatting up with me tomorrow, because that's exactly what I'm going to be doing tomorrow for part of my Sin segment, which we're going to get to here momentarily, I will be jumping on Hyperscape, testing that out, trying to see if I can get it with the PlayStation controller, because I love using the controller versus keyboard and mouse. But we
just said that you play. You just said you play. You play.
Yeah, you play store.
I got to turn that thing. I got to turn the Uplay client back on.
There you go. Yeah. I guess so.
It's been.
Well, it says you play store or you play client, so you might be able to.
It's going to make you turn it on.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. Just turn it on. Turn that bad boy on.
No.
Go ahead and join me. Join me in the land of Hyperscape. So yeah. So my thoughts about it is it's very interactive, very immersive. I'm definitely very, very futuristic. I still need to find out and I'll probably find this out tomorrow when I do play it. I might have been sneak peeking it a little bit tonight. We'll see. But I'm kind of curious to see how the flow of play is going to go on my end. I've seen a lot of YouTubers and Twitchers and all that good stuff, streamers in general, start playing it and they're enjoying it, but they're moving. It's really fast paced. It's very fast paced. So it's definitely not the type of the game I would recommend to a first time gamer. Definitely not, especially entering inside the battle royale scene. If you pass up on Fortnite, Apex, Call of Duty, anything else like that that's like a battle royale type, if you passed up on it, do not start with this one. I highly recommend not to start off with this one. So Assassin's Creed Valhalla, thoughts? Aces.
I actually thought it looked pretty solid for a Ubisoft game. I'm gonna say Uplay, but a Ubisoft game. Most people don't know I'm not a huge fan of most Ubisoft games, so I don't play many of them.
Yeah.
This one actually looked interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So I might give it a run, see if I like it or not, because I've not played a Ubisoft game in quite a while. I mean, besides, I would say probably Division 2 is probably one of the best ones I played. But I don't know, I just don't resonate with them. This one, it looks good. The gameplay looks pretty solid. It's pretty fast-paced on the combat.
Yep.
And the decisions, you have a lot of choices, and choices appear to have ramifications, so it's looking pretty good.
And it's very curious to show how much that they shown yesterday. You already know my thoughts about it. I feel like they showed a little too much. I feel like that now Xbox is not going to have a whole lot to show off of theirs, especially now that they have exclusive rights to show off Assassin's Creed Valhalla. However, I am very excited to see what we saw yesterday. Dual shields, sign me up. You know what I mean? Captain America all day. They had the little the dual swords, dual blades. Choose between a guy and a girl. You know what I mean? Choice driven, as you mentioned before. I'm very excited for this game, and it's very it's pretty much makes me feel like I'm gonna be playing Kingdom Come, which is a Netflix series that's on obviously Netflix. So very excited to see how that's going to pan out. Far Cry 6 thoughts about that trailer, because we didn't see any gameplay. At least I don't remember.
Gameplay. I can't really say that on that one. The only thing you saw was basically a small trailer, and that was it.
Right. Yeah, it was deep. It was deep. It was very, you can kind of see, I don't want to say the mobster side of things, but it kind of felt like that. Had that whole mobster's mentality, if you will. So, very curious to see how that's going to pan out. Yeah, I got to see some more gameplay. They did show off the release date for February 28, 2021. I know you said don't go off of that. They're going to push it back. We'll see. We'll see. I have faith that they're going to keep it. The only way I feel like that they wouldn't keep it is if COVID-19 starts getting out of hand for the United States or any developers at that point.
It's almost nowadays a given that most games are delayed. Happens so much.
Yeah, we'll have to see about that. We'll have to see. For anyone, before we go ahead and get inside the next segment, which is the PlayStation Plus games, for anyone that's been following me in particular, my goal was to beat The Last of Us Part 2, at least majority of it over the weekend. That, unfortunately, did not happen. I didn't even start it again, unfortunately, because part of the reason why is because on Saturday, I was on daddy duty from the minute I woke up to the minute I went to sleep. Yeah, so there's no plan. And anyone that knows my son Malachi, he will not let me play any game that I can't pause. You know what I mean? Well, I can pause that one, but it's just like, to what degree? Plus, on top of that, it's not really a game for kids anyway. I don't really want to show that off to my son. You know what I mean? So, that's one. Two, last Friday. So last Saturday, Sword Art Online came back on anime-wise. Last Friday came out the Alicization Lyricist. Okay? That came out recently. I'm seeing a lot of posts on social media where a lot of gamers are picking up the copies, and they're saying that it feels very similar to Hollow Realization, which was a great game, a great pickup. I do plan on picking that up. I wanted to pick it up day one. I will have to wait myself until I'm finished with Fatal Bullet. Because if anyone that's been playing the Sword Art Online series, Hollow Fragment, Lost Song, Hollow Realization, any of those games, you know that starting from Hollow Fragment, it does take place after, like during the how the show goes, but it's like an alternate reality. They bring in new characters every single game. So I want to go inside Alicization. I want to go inside Alicization after I've beaten a Fatal Bullet in case there's any carryover. So stay tuned for that for anyone that is interested inside that type of style, gameplay style. Ghost of Tsushima is still on track for this Friday. I do plan on picking up with Ghost of Tsushima. I'll just be dual streaming with Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima in the event if I don't beat Last of Us before this Friday, which is looking more unlikely as the days go on. So just want to give you guys a little 411 on that. That's where I'm currently at. So I apologize for anyone that was trying to watch the stream on Saturday, but unfortunately wasn't able to do so. Sunday obviously was a full day because we were doing the Ubisoft event. We reacted to it. I did want to do a stream, but I had my family over. So of course, yeah, I had to have that family time. You know what I mean? And then today we're doing All Things Gaming, where we can talk about these games that are coming up that we're excited for and everything like that. Second part of the segment, PlayStation Plus games. We have 3 of them, if you guys are unaware. So the Star Wars Battlefront 2 and the Call of Duty, that is over. That was last month. We have 3 new games this time around. We have Rise of the Tomb Raider, and I believe that's the first new one of the revamped versions. So we have Rise of the Tomb Raider, we have NBA 2K20, and we have Erica. All right. Those are all free downloads right now if you have PlayStation Plus. So be sure you guys get that. You guys actually have until. What's that? August 4th. Well, August 3rd to download these games. After August 3rd, it'll be. After August 3rd, it'll be August 4th, which is the new Tuesday, which means new PlayStation rotation. Okay.
I believe that the Tomb Raider, that's the second one, Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Rise of the Tomb Raider?
The first one, I believe, is called Tomb Raider. The second one's Rise of the Tomb Raider, and the third one's Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I have. I know one of them I have for PS3. Is when they revamped it and like really made it hardcore.
That's probably the original Tomb Raider.
Yeah, so if that's the case, I need to go back to my PS3, beat that one, then come to the PS4, beat the one I have inside my library, and then do Shadow of the Tomb Raider because I think that was the newest one that was out in 2018. So, yes. That's the lineup for that. Pretty attractive lineup. I'm liking those games. And this I know this is a long shot because we're not big on the air yet, but PlayStation, if you're listening, this is how you do it. All right, this is how you do it. You throw in a sports game, which is cool, or some sort of racing game or something like that. You throw in an adventure type game. You probably could have thrown in a shooter there instead of Erica, but ultimately, this lineup, there's no complaints here. This is a great lineup.
Basically, I think a safe play, kind of like the Orange Box play, where actually they wasn't sure of one of the games on the Orange Box, and that game being Portal. So they kind of threw it in there, and the Orange Box with like Half-Life 2, and all those. Yeah. And it turned out actually to be a huge success. Actually, Portal 2's considered one of the top 10 greatest games for most people. Yeah. Well, for me in general, I think it's Portal and Portal 2 are. I love the puzzles and stuff. I thought it was great. Portal 2, I think, is more of a. I wouldn't call it a horror game. I wouldn't call it really a puzzle. More of a kind of a comedy. Mm-hmm. More of a kind of a dark comedy in a way.
You didn't find Portal to be puzzling?
No, it wasn't.
You see what I did.
Oh God.
Yep. Just take it.
It's puzzle, but it's just fun. It's just fun though.
or that.
But yeah. I think they did that with Erica though. Just threw it in there so people
that was
get
fine.
a shot.
That was fine. Yeah. I mean, like, because that definitely beats 2 months ago when they did Farm Simulator and what was that, Skyline or something like that.
City
Skyline. That was terrible. I don't know why. I don't know who approved of that idea. That was terrible. And honestly, and to be completely honest, to be completely transparent, last month's really wasn't that great either. And I say that because you gave us 2 shooters. You gave us 2 simulators before. You gave us 2 shooters now. Really? Like, mix it up.
Sure.
Not everybody likes playing shooter games.
We could have got Grass Simulator.
I mean, no.
So, yeah. I've seen this on Steam. It's called Grass Simulator. You got to grow.
That's terrible. So for the Sin segment, this is formerly known as Army of Two. Sin is strength in numbers. That's what that is. The Sin segment. So last week, have to work for that. Last week, a group of us had played a little bit of Monster Hunter World. This is how that went.
What am I supposed to be doing? Oh, I need to head to the Great Ravine.
Same. Especially trying to get our dear friends Malachi and Bleeding Aces through the wonderful world of Monster Hunter.
I don't even know what the
Aberos,
yeah, they were like right behind them, so that's why I couldn't see them.
Gotta sharpen!
Then it takes you straight to the top. You're gonna go left. And then, like, right as you go down and up, you get, ow! Quit jumping on me!
Whoa, that was a glitch.
What? Who are you fighting?
Oh, guys, I'll take a picture.
Ah, dang it!
Helps out a lot.
So we got through a few different monsters and everything like that. A little stressful at times, mainly because I was trying to find out where to go at the very beginning. I missed what he said at the very beginning, and turns out that who I needed to kill and everything like that, what I needed to kill, was actually there, but hiding behind two like big monsters that I didn't even need to worry about. So that was kind of the issue there. So that ate up a lot of time. However, we eventually got to the point of being able to get through that particular segment. Hunted a few bees together. Had some good times. So more stuff to come about, well, again, for more Sin segments, because again, we still got to get through Mercenary Kings. That's definitely one that's on our list. We want to get to the end game of Dauntless. We want to get to the Iceborne stage of Monster Hunter World, as well as various other games. Tomorrow, for me in particular, and I'm going to see who else is going to be wanting to join, but for me tomorrow, since Hyperscape is going to have that beta right now, I definitely want to try that out. So we're going to be jumping on some Hyperscape for the Sin segment tomorrow, as if you guys are following the ALWT gaming channel on Twitch. Okay?
I'll try to. I'm going to try to, but I might be on some Smite because, the season pass comes online.
Yep. And that was also the other thing I was going to say for the Sin segment as well. You might see a little bit of Smite action because pretty much the Avatar skin segments are coming out. All right.
Massive item changes.
Yep. There's 3 different, massive item changes. There's 3 skins from Avatar that they're bringing on there. And it's just going to be a good time. So we're going to see a lot more of a deeper dive of that on Thursday for Smite Night. And this Thursday, we are going back to our original time, which would be 8:30. 8:30. 8 p.m.? 8 p.m. 8:30. I'll keep you posted on social media. All right. But just be on the lookout for that because it will be later on in the evening. We had a few specials because I did have a little bit more free time. I'm not going to lie to you. Had a little bit more free time, so we were able to get on earlier segments for Smite Night. However, now everything's going back to normal schedule, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check it out on Twitch. Check it on YouTube. All right. Let's see. We did have a few Hello, my name is Randy segments, but we are not going to talk about that right now because I don't want to discuss those Randys because they were bad. They were bad. Yeah. Sponsor shout outs. So we don't have any sponsors, but we do have ambassadorship, and that is going to be with Raise Energy underneath the Rep Sports. As you guys had noticed before, I had gave them a quick shout out before. Again, if you guys are going liking energy drinks, if you guys like workout supplements, anything like that, even if it's just like little like workout gear and everything like that, go to Rep Sports at checkout. At checkout, type in ALWT Gaming. That's what I meant to say for 50% off. All right, save yourself some money. Support the cause. Support the unit. Yeah, get yourself some nice workout supplements, all that good stuff. Cool. Okay, games we're currently playing. What are you playing right now, Asus?
Still Control. I also picked up let me look real quick. I picked up a couple games on the Steam Summer Sale.
Okay.
I wanted to try out this Space Haven because it looks like kind of like FTL, and I kind of like playing FTL, so I might give it a shot. You build your own spaceship, and you got to fly across space. Deal with like alien invasions, and have to defend your ship, crew, and all that, manage all that stuff. So it's kind of like a spaceship simulator.
Okay.
Maybe fun. I'm gonna see what it is. It's in early access, so I'll give it a go.
I heard that, man. As you guys already know, I just mentioned it before. Last of Us Part 2. Still got to get through that. Ghost of Tsushima is going to be next on the list. Not currently playing that right now, but I will be getting into that eventually. And I also will be relatively soon down the road, because I have a lot that's playing on right now. But down the road is going to be Comrades from Final Fantasy 15. Okay? So anyone that's trying to jump on Comrades with me, by all means, my door's open.
Do you have to beat the core game in order to get on it?
No. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, the core game's great. If you haven't beaten it, I'd suggest doing so right now. The actual story itself is very short. The whole game is long because there's a lot of side quests and dungeons and stuff like that you can do, as well as DLC content. However, the base game is very short. You could probably beat the base game in like 2 days, maybe 3.
Only thing I know is that game's massive. On like PC, I believe it's over 100 gigs for the game to completely download it. It's one of the first ones. But I know Call of Duty's around 200 gigs. I know this one, I to look.
Taking a look right now how big it is.
All right.
It's 50 gigs.
Huh.
Yeah, it's 50 gigs. So you need at least 50 gigs in order to play it. So you should be okay. Yep. Right there, Final Fantasy 15.
I'm pretty sure it was over 100.
Yeah, that's what it says on the back of the PS4 version, and I got it at launch. All right, so that is going to do it for that. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole. That's pretty much all things gaming. So not really a whole lot. Just a few little things here.
Yeah.
I almost forgot. So I believe I have mentioned this to a few people, individuals and stuff like that. Anyone that is planning on getting an PlayStation 5, I don't know if they're doing it for Xbox Series X. I feel like they would. But anyone that's planning on getting a PlayStation 5, please be sure that you guys are, if you guys are trying to be notified at launch of when pre-orders are available, make sure you guys are signing up on Target, Best Buy, GameStop. One of those, I signed up for all three because I want to make sure I'm locking mine in. But they are doing these signups to where once the minute that PlayStation 5 pre-orders are available, you'll be notified via email. You can go to their website. You can lock in your pre-order. All right. Now, granted, I'm pretty confident that we're not going to find that out until maybe the end of the month, possibly beginning of the next month, because I'm pretty sure that we're going to wait until we get the price for that before pre-orders go live. But we'll see. So if you're anxious and you're checking your website every single day, you're checking your email every single day, you might as well just sign up for one of those locations. Again, that's Target, Best Buy, GameStop. Okay. And then we hear a few things that's going to be coming up. I know that for the 23rd, we had the Xbox Inside Xbox event, the next Xbox event that's happening on the 23rd. We will not be live reacting to that, but we will be reacting to that. Reason why it's not going to be a live reaction is because that's going to be 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when they're doing that. So most of us will be at work, needless to say. Yeah. So we won't be live reacting to that. However, we still will be reacting to that. Okay. And that pretty much does it here for ALWC Gaming. Make sure again that if you guys are following us right now. Oh, go ahead.
I have one thing real quick.
Yeah.
For all that don't know, Valhalla is coming out on the 17th of November.
There we go.
And it looks like upgrade. If you purchase the game on November 17th, you can upgrade it to Xbox One to Xbox Series X. And the same goes for PlayStation.
Yep. That's going to be very unique because, if I'm not mistaken, that's the same day that Cyberpunk 2077 is coming out.
Well, it just lost that fight.
That's what I'm thinking. That may not be the best time to come out with it, especially if that's what they announced. I don't know how many people are going to end up getting both. I have a feeling that more people are going to be picking up 2077 versus Valhalla. But
Let me see. Oh God, it's 2 days away. November 19th.
19th, yeah. So that's still really. I mean, that's pretty much the same as it coming out on the same day. So
pretty much.
Yeah, I mean 2 days away. That's not enough time for it to lapse for people to have payday again or anything like that. As well as how much gameplay is going to be in both games. There's probably going to be quite a bit. So yeah. So I don't see Valhalla selling too well at launch unless you have those diehards or those people that are just not interested in Cyberpunk 2077. So we'll see. But again, various social media platforms you guys can follow us on. If you guys can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You guys can follow us on Twitch. And that's Twitch on www.twitch.tv/ALWT Gaming. Patreon is www.patreon.com/ALWT Gaming. Facebook, ALWT Gaming. Instagram, ALWT Gaming. Twitter is now ALWT Gaming. All right, so make sure you guys are following us on that. If you guys want to send us an email, feel free to do so at atleastwetried.gaming@gmail.com. And lastly, wanted to give these shout outs again. Over the weekend, on Friday, we had selected 2 winners for people that were following us on Twitch. Those winners are Winter Winds for the hoodie, and then the Hero's Shadow for the shirt. So congratulations to both of you guys. Those are their Twitch names. Congratulations to both of you guys. Again, you guys have been notified via mail, direct message, that of your guys' winning for that, for the drawing for that. Definitely make sure you guys are reaching back out to us so that way we can get your shirt and hoodie sizes and send that out to you as soon as possible. So thank you again for following us. Much appreciated. Much love. And lastly, this is new. This is breaking news, actually. ALWT breaking news, that is. But this is breaking news, though. And what we're doing every month, the first of the month, starting in August, we're going to do a drawing for one lucky winner, August 1st. And every month that we draw that winner, they're going to win at launch a free copy of Cyberpunk 2077. All right, so definitely go make sure that you're doing that. This is a once in a lifetime drawing deal, because after this, when we start doing our drawings for something that to that caliber, it's going to be a keyword that's going to be happening in the middle of our episodes, per courtesy of one of our team members, aka Levu. So thanks for the update on that. But yes, for this particular one, Cyberpunk 2077, we're doing a special for every month that up until November 1st. Well, for our followers, they're going to be entered into a drawing. They're going to win a copy of Cyberpunk 2077 for a launch. It will be a digital code that we'll be giving. Again, at launch, it'll be a digital code, primarily because if people want to upgrade, they can do so without any hesitation. But yeah, so it's going to be every month we're going to choose a winner from our followers list on Twitch to win a copy of Cyberpunk 2077. If you guys did your math, you guys can see that is 4 winners. There's going to be 4 people that will win Cyberpunk 2077. Cool? So, yeah, don't hesitate. Go ahead and follow us. Again, Twitch. That's only on Twitch. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Twitter. All that other stuff. However, the drawings for Twitch are the ones that's going to matter. So I just want to make sure that is clear. Okay? So, do you have any last-minute departing words there, Bleeding Aces?
I don't think I have anything else. I've been kind of busy this week. It's been no, nothing really showing up.
All right. Well, again, we want to thank you guys for being part of the ALWT family and for supporting us. Hope to hear from you guys soon. Take it easy.
Control Alt Complete.
Bars.